Tough one out there, Guy. How did you see it?
Well, yeah, we only drew 10 fouls in the game, so I think that we needed to do a lot more physical work to just drive it a lot harder and cut a little bit more and just go after the contact, because clearly we didn't do enough to deserve any more than drawing 10 fouls. Other than that, look, I'm proud of the team. It was a great contest, and the game could have gone either way. Credit to the Flyers. I think that they were just a little bit better for the majority of the game. Hit some shots from some non-shooters that, credit to them. The shots went down. And, a couple for us just rimmed in and out down the stretch, which could have made the difference. But, look, it was a high-quality game, and hopefully everyone really enjoyed it.
CG, how did you see it out there? Look, it could have gone either way out there, and obviously it was a great crowd to play in front of.
Yeah, it was an incredible crowd to play in front of. Congrats, Sid, for coming out. Sydney fans coming out and supporting. I think, like Lauren said in the mic, that should be the baseline, really, for women's sport in this club, and hopefully we get to that, as a baseline in the near future, instead of having, just one game a year where it's a special game where we get a lot of attendance. But I think we pack out, Key Centre really well as well, so credit to our fans. But yeah, it's always going to be a dogfight against Southside, and we're both fighting for the same thing. So yeah, it didn't go our way tonight, but Tess and I have just come back from Bellam as well, so we've only been back down under a few days, so just trying to find our flow and find our rhythm, and it was a grind, and it's finals basketball now. At this point, end of the season, it's all about the toughness and the grit and the resilience, and who's got more of it.
It was obviously a special day for you, 350. I know it's only just been half an hour for the game. Have you had a bit of time to reflect? I think we talked before, and you said this year you've actually had a bit of time to reflect on all the milestones you've achieved. Yeah,
it's wild. It just reminds me, I've been around for a hot minute. I'm part of the furniture of the league at this point. There's been a lot this season.
You are.
Hey, it's my turn to talk, mate. You pipe down. It's really cool. I actually said to my husband, I was like, oh yeah, just another game, 350, not a big deal, all good. And then my phone was hot today with just a lot of love, and then obviously you put together a beautiful spread of the video and my mates and my family, which is really cool. My dad cracked me up. I didn't even put a shirt on for it.
No.
And he called me dear. He's never called me that. I was like, oh God, what the heck? But no, I'm so embarrassed. No, but no, it was really cool. Unfortunately, I would have taken the win any day of the week over celebrating a 350. But here's the 350 more. No.
And Guy, you've obviously been a big part of Kayla's, of those 350 games. What can you say about Kayla and the journey?
Oh, look, hopefully I said it beforehand, and Kayla's the reason I'm so grey. That would be the main thing. I'm just kidding, obviously.
He's not.
Well, look, we've been lucky to have such a great relationship, player and coach, for such a long time, and on and off the floor, and families and all that sort of stuff. So it's testament to her ability as a basketball player and a leader of a basketball team at every level that she's been able to compete and succeed. So I feel very, very fortunate to have been a small part of her journey, and I wish we could have got the game for her today, but just amazing that everyone showed up and gave her the support, which was credit to her today.
Paul?
Guy, it was a really close game. The scores were so close towards the end of the fourth quarter. There was nothing in it. How did you find it from your perspective as a coach, just watching that and trying to react to what was happening?
Look, I felt that we just didn't quite nail some basics that we were trying to do, and we just need a little bit better execution. But sometimes too, it's just the shot drops or the shot doesn't drop, and I think that Swano and Tess were 0 of 9 from the 3-point line between them, which is very unusual that would occur. And they were on the receiving end of some wide open shots, and particularly late in the game. And I think that one of Tess's was all but down and then rolled out late in the fourth. That could have made a big difference to the game. So you're talking about the smallest of margins. So we need a little bit better execution. I thought we over-dribbled the ball a little bit at times instead of moving the ball early, and we'll go back to work on that. But yeah, look, as I said, credit to them. They had some non-shooters that hit some threes, and our shooters didn't hit some threes, and so that's how the game can turn.
Now that we're getting down to the pointy end of the season, and particularly with the ladder the way it is, pretty much anybody could end up being in that Final Four. Who do you see as being the biggest threats?
We're the biggest threat to ourselves.
Okay. Kayla, 350, and it was a tough game, but it was a really close game. A lot of amazing performances out there. How do you feel when you're playing in a game like this, which is so close, and particularly in front of a crowd like today's?
Yeah, I love a big crowd. It's not uncommon I've just played against Brazil and that was wild. So yeah, I love a big crowd, whether it's for us or against us. I don't mind either way. It's good energy in the stadium, and yeah, look, I'm still enjoying this game. 350 games later in the WNBL, and yeah, no, I'm getting on a little bit. But what am I this year? 22 years old? Is that 22 on May 1st?
No, you're 30. I'm 31.
Oh, good. Okay.
Just,
So yeah,
just in front of me.
Look, it was a really exciting game, and I love playing in games like that. You know, there's intensity, there's pressure, there's, you know, a little bit of panic sometimes. And that's, you know, that's the exciting part. Although it is fun to win by 32, but those are the games where you build character, especially going into a finals. I think, you know, if we're successful in making the playoffs or the finals, we're in Australia now, we're not in America, we say finals here, then I think a game like that will just, you know, help us to build resilience and know what it feels like moving forward and just grinding out wins, which we have done this season before. Although tonight didn't go our way, I think, you know, we'll sharpen some things up. Like I said, Tess and I are back in the fold now. We've been in a whole other system for 2 weeks, so coming back in and just, you know, doing things the Guy way, and then we'll, you know, sharpen up and go to Townsville and hopefully get a win and solidify ourselves as a playoff contender.
Better hurry up and get those things done.
Okay, one final question. Clean sweep in Brazil. Opals are going to Paris. What was that like for not just you but for the whole team? Can you just let people know what it felt like?
Yeah, it felt amazing. Look, there's a lot of pressure that comes with being an Opal, and I welcome it because I love playing for Sydney, but my favourite team to play for is the Opals, and so like I said, with that comes pressure, and there's a legacy piece that is the Opals, and there's an expectation, so you have to meet that expectation, or else, like, I think someone in the comments said, if you don't qualify you can walk home. Well, there's just a lot of and that's cool because comments are going to be comments, social media will be social media, but that kind of made me laugh. But there is a very high expectation on us, and we welcome it because, you know, like I said, there has been a lot of great teams come before and that have qualified, and, you know, I don't know that the Opals have missed out on the Olympics since 92. I think they missed out on Barcelona.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. It was 92, I think.
To Barcelona.
So we don't want to put ourselves in a position to tarnish the legacy that is the Opals. So, and we're all really, you know, sure about what we can do. So we just have to make sure that we don't shoot ourselves in the foot and you know, move forward and qualify. And as we did, and you know, it was touch and go there against Brazil. Like, they came back at us and it was pretty intense and the crowd was wild, and we just had to overcome that, and that again, as it does in this league as well, in international games, when you have moments like that, and like the game against Serbia, like, it builds character, it builds resilience, because international basketball is a whole different kettle of fish. So we're really happy to have a clean sweep over there and head to Paris. But as I say all this, I hate that Guy's got to hear all this, because he's their team. Obviously, we're unsuccessful, but we were all rooting for you guys, and I don't really want to talk about this anymore because...
Yeah, can we not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, all good.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks.